Have you ever stopped to think about whether some of the habits you've developed over the years might be quietly sabotaging your overall quality of life? As we grow older, there are certain behaviors that, at first glance, seem harmless, but they could be secretly draining your energy, eroding your relationships, and preventing you from truly living the life you deserve. What if I told you that by simply breaking free from just a few of these habits, you could drastically improve your emotional well-being, enhance your health, and even bring more happiness into your life? In today's video, we are going to explore 7 key behaviors that you should stop doing right now in order to take back control of your life and live it to its fullest potential. Each of these habits might be holding you back in ways you may never have realized before. Whether it's how we engage with the people around us, or how we view and treat our own physical and emotional health. The 7 points we're about to share will empower you to make the most of your golden years. Stay with us until the end, because by stopping these behaviors today, you'll not only add more years to your life, but more life to your years, filled with wisdom, independence, and true fulfillment. Think about it. Whether it's finding your voice again, reconnecting with the people you love, or rediscovering the joy of life's simple pleasures. Each step we discuss will help you unlock a future that is richer and far more satisfying. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Your best years could still be ahead of you. And it's never too late to start making changes that will transform your life. If you haven't already subscribed, I highly recommend you do so and click the notification bell so you never miss another video. Your support truly means the world to me. And if you enjoyed this content, you can help me continue spreading valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you resonate with the topic of this video, please leave a 1 in the comments. And if you feel I could improve in any way, comment 0 to let me know how I can better serve you with more meaningful videos in the future. Now, let's dive right in. Get ready, because what you're about to hear could be life-changing. We're going to take an in-depth look at the 7 things you need to stop doing right now. These behaviors, which are often carried out without even realizing it, are quietly draining your energy, stealing your peace of mind, and perhaps most tragically, distancing you from a life of true fulfillment and joy. This isn't just about making minor adjustments in your daily routine. This is about reclaiming control of your life, your emotions, and your future. It's time to stop drifting aimlessly and start living with purpose and intention. The first thing you need to stop doing immediately is accepting everything others say without questioning it. Think about it for a moment. How often do you find yourself nodding in agreement with someone just to avoid a confrontation? How frequently do you hold back your thoughts and feelings because you don't want to upset anyone? It happens to so many of us, especially as we get older. Somewhere along the way, we've been conditioned to believe that keeping the peace means staying quiet, agreeing with others, and avoiding conflict at all costs. But here's the hard truth. Every time you go along with something you don't truly believe, every time you say yes when your heart is screaming no, you're gradually eroding your self-worth. You're giving away a little piece of yourself each time, until one day you might wake up and wonder who you even are anymore. You might think that agreeing with others is the best way to avoid unnecessary stress or drama. But in reality, what you're losing is far more valuable than any temporary peace. You're losing your voice when you stop questioning, when you stop standing up for your beliefs and values. You allow others to dictate how you should live. You're giving them the power to make decisions for you, whether they realize it or not. And this is a slow and painful path to losing your sense of autonomy and personal identity. I've seen this happen time and again, especially as people get older. Many believe that their opinions don't matter as much anymore, that their decisions are no longer as significant. But nothing could be further from the truth. The wisdom and experience you've gained over the years are invaluable. They give you a unique perspective, a depth of understanding that younger generations simply can't replicate. So why should you, of all people, silence yourself when you carry a lifetime of lessons, insights, and experiences that could benefit not only you, but also those around you? Think about all the times you've wanted to speak up, but chose not to. Think about the moments you disagreed, but held back just to keep the peace. The truth is, by doing this, you're not just maintaining peace with others, you're losing peace within yourself. You deserve to be heard. Your opinions and insights matter, perhaps more than ever, because they come from a place of deep experience and hard-earned wisdom. When you stop questioning and start agreeing with others without truly thinking for yourself, you weaken your ability to defend yourself and make independent choices. Over time, this can lead to a sense of helplessness, feeling as though life is just happening to you rather than you actively participating in it. It's time to break that cycle. It's time to reclaim your voice, trust your own judgment, and make decisions based on your values and beliefs, not on someone else's. Your voice is one of your most powerful tools. Don't let anyone take it away from you. The second thing you need to stop doing is isolating yourself socially. I understand that as we grow older, the temptation to retreat into solitude can feel overwhelming. At times, staying home, avoiding social gatherings, and letting friendships quietly fade away may seem like the easier, more comfortable option. After all, the energy it takes to maintain relationships or to meet new people can feel draining. And it might seem like the effort just isn't worth it. But here's the harsh truth. Isolation is a thief. It doesn't just take away your time or energy, it steals your connections, your joy, and ultimately, the very essence of what it means to live a fulfilling life. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons helpful, please drop a comment saying one below to let me know you're still with me on this journey. Loneliness is not simply an emotional experience. It's a physical one too. Research has shown that prolonged social isolation can lead to a host of serious health problems, from an increased risk of heart disease and depression to a decline in cognitive function. The human brain is wired for connection. We are inherently social beings, designed to share our lives with others, whether through exchanging ideas, laughing, crying, or just being present together. When you withdraw from the world around you, you're not merely avoiding social discomfort. You're depriving your mind and body of the vital nourishment they need to thrive. I know it can feel easier to withdraw, especially when you're tired or when it seems like you no longer share the same interests or passions as those around you. But here's the reality. You have so much to offer. Your experiences, your stories, your wisdom. These are invaluable treasures that others need to hear. Don't underestimate the power of simple human connection. Even if it's just a casual conversation over a cup of coffee or a phone call with an old friend, these moments matter. When you choose to isolate yourself, loneliness will inevitably begin to creep in. And loneliness, as subtle as it may seem at first, is like a slow poison. It quietly erodes your emotional well-being. And before you know it, it begins to impact your physical health as well. It starts as a faint sense of solitude, but over time, it transforms into a deep, aching sadness, a feeling that something essential is missing from your life. But here's the good news. It's never too late to reconnect. It's never too late to reach out to those around you, whether that's family, old friends, or even new people you meet along the way. Don't sit back and wait for others to come to you. Take the initiative to nurture relationships that bring you joy. Step out of your comfort zone, even if it's just a small step at first. Attend that social gathering you've been avoiding. Pick up the phone and call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Reaching out might feel daunting, but the rewards are immeasurable. You'll be surprised at how much better you'll feel when you open yourself up to connection again. Remember, it's not about being surrounded by people all the time. It's about having meaningful interactions that nourish and enrich your life. Whether it's a heart-to-heart conversation with a close friend, joining a community group, or simply being more present with those you already know, connection is essential to your well-being. Don't let isolation rob you of that. You deserve to feel valued, seen, and connected. So, make the effort, reach out, reconnect, and let yourself rejoin the world. The joy, peace, and fulfillment you're seeking may be much closer than you think. You may feel that making new connections is harder as you age. Or perhaps many of your friends have moved away, become distant, or are no longer in your life. These feelings of isolation can easily creep in, leading you to believe that a solitary existence is your only option. But this couldn't be further from the truth. There are countless ways to stay connected and rediscover the beauty of human interaction. No matter what stage of life you're in, you don't have to give in to loneliness or resign yourself to days spent in solitude. Whether it's joining a local community group, signing up for a recreational class, picking up a new hobby, or using technology to keep in touch with loved ones from afar, the opportunities to connect are all around you. Every single interaction, no matter how small, has immense value. These moments of connection, laughter, and shared experiences nourish your soul in ways you may not fully realize. These connections remind you that you are part of something greater than yourself, that your life still has much to offer, and that you are still needed. So, if you found yourself withdrawing, avoiding social events, or feeling disconnected because it seems like too much effort, it's time to stop. Human interaction is one of the key secrets to aging gracefully, living with purpose, and embracing joy, even as the years go by. Don't let the false comfort of isolation drown out the laughter, the conversations, and the warmth that are waiting for you. You deserve that connection, and the world deserves to hear your stories and wisdom. Embrace the power of human connection, and you'll find that the best years of your life can still be ahead of you. Let's take a deeper look at the third thing you need to stop doing: neglecting your physical health because you think it's too late to make a meaningful difference. This mindset is one of the most dangerous and disheartening traps many of us fall into as we age. It's easy to convince yourself that since your body has already been through so much, and since you're no longer as young and strong as you once were, it's simply too late to make any changes. Perhaps you've thought that exercise won't have any impact, that eating healthier is pointless, or that those doctor appointments you keep putting off aren't truly necessary. But here's the truth. This way of thinking is not only wrong, it's incredibly limiting. No matter if you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, it's never too late to start taking care of your body. The idea that your health is somehow out of your control simply because you've reached a certain age is a misconception that holds many people back from experiencing the full potential of their later years. In fact, small, intentional changes can still make a huge difference in your daily life and overall well-being. You might think that the impact of something as simple as a short walk or a few minutes of stretching isn't worth the effort. But you couldn't be more mistaken. These seemingly small steps, like taking a brisk walk around the block, doing mental exercises, or engaging in balance and strength training routines, can dramatically improve your mobility, your balance, and reduce your risk of falls. These are not just minor routines. They are proactive steps toward maintaining your independence and living a life full of vitality and strength. Every single action you take to care for your body is a powerful investment in your future well-being. When it comes to what you eat, this too plays a major role in how you feel on a day-to-day basis. Nourishing your body with a diet rich in whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and plenty of water can provide a level of energy that you might not have realized was missing from your life. It can also help prevent or manage chronic conditions that tend to be more common as we age, such as diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and even certain forms of arthritis. Imagine how much better your life could be if you had more energy, experienced fewer aches and pains, and had the peace of mind knowing you're giving your body the fuel it needs to function at its best, no matter how many years you've lived. But perhaps the most surprising benefit of caring for your physical health is the profound impact it has on your emotional well-being. Taking the time to prioritize your health is not just about caring for your body. It's also about honoring yourself. When you make choices that support your health, you're telling yourself that you are worth it. You are affirming that you still have so much to live for, so many more moments to enjoy, and so much more to experience. The better your body feels, the more active and engaged your mind will be. You'll start to notice your self-esteem improving, your outlook on life becoming more positive, and your confidence soaring. These emotional benefits can enhance every aspect of your life. You'll feel stronger, more capable, and more alive. And who wouldn't want that? It's important to understand that this isn't about trying to turn back time or pretending that you're younger than you are. It's about respecting and taking care of the incredible vessel that has carried you through life. Your body has already done so much for you, and it deserves to be treated with care, attention, and kindness in return. Taking care of your health is about making the most of the years ahead, ensuring that they are filled with energy, vitality, and a deep sense of well-being. When you invest in your physical health, you're making an investment in your future, one that allows you to continue enjoying the things that bring joy and meaning into your life. So, stop telling yourself that it's too late to make a change. Stop believing that it's pointless to try. Every small step you take toward improving your health, whether it's adding an extra walk to your day, choosing a healthier meal, or finally scheduling that doctor's appointment, brings you closer to a future that's filled with more freedom, more joy, and more time to enjoy the things that truly matter. Your health is a precious gift, one that you can still nurture and protect no matter where you are in life. Don't give up on yourself now. The best is yet to come, and you deserve to be in the best possible shape to experience it. The fourth thing you must stop doing is living in the past and allowing the memories of old times to cast a shadow over your present. It's only natural to occasionally look back on the significant moments of your life, to cling to the people who once meant the world to you, the places you've explored, and the choices that have shaped the person you are today. However, while these memories are undeniably precious and can bring us comfort, they also have the potential to become chains, holding us hostage in a time that no longer exists. This is where the danger lies. When you let those memories dominate your thoughts, you miss out on fully experiencing the richness and beauty of the present moment. Living solely in the past, no matter how sweet or nostalgic those memories may be, keeps you anchored to a place that is no longer a part of your reality. The sad truth is, by focusing on what once was, you close your eyes to the opportunities and joys that are waiting for you in the here and now. As we age, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of thinking that our best days are behind us and that the excitement of life has already passed. You might find yourself dwelling on the people you used to know, wishing you could go back and undo certain mistakes, or lamenting the opportunities you missed along the way. The feeling of regret can become so overwhelming that it makes the present seem dull and uninspiring in comparison. But living in this mindset is incredibly limiting, and it steals from you the chance to create new moments of happiness, fulfillment, and growth. The past is gone, and while it's valuable to honor it, it should not dictate your present or future. If you're still watching this video and these words resonate with you, I encourage you to leave a comment below to let me know you're still here, still open to the lessons ahead. The reality is, the present moment is the only one we can truly control. The choices you make today, the actions you take, and the mindset you adopt in this very moment matter far more than anything that has come before. Yes, it's true that none of us can change the past, no matter how much we may wish we could. But here's the empowering truth. You can choose how you live today. You can decide to make the most of each new sunrise, every conversation you have, and every opportunity that presents itself. When you allow yourself to remain stuck in the past, you're essentially shutting the door on the future that holds countless possibilities for joy, growth, and new experiences. This is not the end of your story. It's merely the beginning of a new chapter, one that is overflowing with potential. If you find yourself thinking that your best years are behind you, that adventure, excitement, or personal growth are no longer accessible to you, I assure you, this is a mistaken perception. Life has a way of offering its gifts at every stage, no matter your age, but you must remain open to receiving them. Perhaps that means picking up a new hobby you've always been curious about, learning a skill you've never had the time to explore, or reaching out to build new relationships. Every single day holds the promise of growth and joy. It's never too late to start a new journey, to write a new story, one filled with the things that bring you peace, happiness, and fulfillment. But to do that, you must leave the past where it belongs, in your memories, and never let it hold you back from the incredible experiences still waiting to unfold in your life. Remember, the best chapters of your story could still be ahead of you, if only you're willing to turn the page and embrace the possibilities. Let's dive into the fifth thing you need to stop doing: sacrificing your happiness and well-being for others. I know that, for many of us, this seems like an act of kindness, even a noble pursuit. It feels necessary, especially if you've spent your life playing the role of a caretaker, always putting others first because you believe it's your responsibility. Perhaps you've convinced yourself that your worth is linked to how much you can give, how many people you can make happy, or how selflessly you can serve your family, friends, or even your community. But here's a truth that's difficult to swallow. When you constantly place everyone else's needs above your own, you begin to lose sight of who you truly are. What's worse, the very people you've been sacrificing for might not even recognize or appreciate the extent of what you've given up. You've likely spent years, maybe even decades, caring for others, whether it's your children, your spouse, aging parents, or other family members. You've poured your energy into making sure everyone else is okay. Along the way, you've set aside your dreams, neglected your health, and postponed your own happiness, believing that someday you would get to focus on yourself. But here's the reality, that someday has arrived, and it's time to realize that your happiness is just as important as anyone else's. You've worked hard for it, and you've earned it. Here's the harsh reality. When you continually sacrifice yourself for others, there comes a point when people begin to take it for granted. They get so accustomed to you putting them first, always saying yes to their needs, and putting your own needs on the back burner that they no longer see the toll it's taking on you. Over time, they may even start to expect it. It's not that they don't care about you, but rather that you've unintentionally taught them that your needs are secondary to theirs. And this is a dangerous place to be. You deserve to put yourself first, to prioritize your own well-being, and to live the life you've always dreamed of. It's not selfish to care for yourself. It's absolutely necessary. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And after all these years of giving, yours might be dangerously close to running dry. The truth is, you have every right to pursue your happiness, take care of your health, and spend time doing things that bring you joy. Whether it means learning to say no more often, setting clear boundaries with those who rely on you, or simply carving out time just for yourself, it's crucial that you start making yourself a priority. You've spent a lifetime giving, and now it's time to give something to yourself. The permission to be happy. Take that trip you've always dreamed about. Indulge in your hobbies and passions, and rest without feeling guilty. You are not a machine designed to serve others endlessly. You are a human being who deserves care, love, and happiness. It's time to stop putting everyone else's happiness above your own. It's time to stop sacrificing yourself for others. You've given enough. Now, it's time to redirect some of that love, care, and attention inward, because you deserve a life filled with joy, peace, and the freedom to live on your own terms. Don't wait for permission from anyone else. Give it to yourself right now. But here's the hard truth that comes with this realization, especially as you reach an advanced stage in life. Enough is enough. It's time to stop nullifying yourself just to please others. This might sound controversial, even unsettling, but the harsh truth is this. While you've spent years bending over backward to help those around you, the people you've sacrificed so much for might be living their lives without a second thought. They're carrying on with their routines, possibly without even noticing the effort you've put in or the toll it's taken on you. The realization can be painful, but it's an essential one. For years, you've been the steadfast rock, the caregiver, the one who says yes when everyone else says no, but what many people may not want to admit, and what you might not want to admit either, is that over time, this cycle of endless sacrifice can foster an unexpected emotion, resentment. It begins quietly, almost imperceptibly, and then grows louder as you realize the truth. After all these years of giving and giving, of performing countless acts of kindness and care, the recognition and support you quietly hoped for may never have come. The appreciation you deserve, the love you've poured into others, has not been reciprocated in the way you imagined or expected. And here's the kicker. If you continue down this road of unending self-sacrifice, you'll find yourself not only renouncing your own happiness, but you'll also reach a point of total exhaustion, physically, emotionally, and mentally. The fatigue will slowly creep in, like a thick fog, until one day you'll wake up and wonder, what about me? When do I get to live for myself? It's time to break this cycle, for your sake and no one else's. It's not selfish to put yourself first. In fact, it's the most important act of self-love you can give yourself. You can, and should, prioritize your own needs. After all, who's going to take care of you if not yourself? Let those around you step up and shoulder some of their own responsibilities. Stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's time to take care of yourself, because no one else can do it as well as you can. In the end, you deserve a life that's fulfilling, vibrant, and full of joy. It's time to stop making endless sacrifices and start living for you. Let's delve deeper into the sixth thing you need to stop doing. Ignoring your physical and emotional limits simply because you're afraid of appearing weak or incapable. There's a deeply ingrained belief, especially as we age, that admitting you can no longer do certain things is akin to surrendering to the inevitable decline that comes with growing older. We often tell ourselves that saying, "I can't" or "I need help" is a sign of failure, as though acknowledging our limitations somehow makes us less vital, less strong, or less competent. This mindset, however, is not only misguided, but also potentially harmful. Refusing to recognize your limits is, ironically, one of the most dangerous things you can do. When you try to push yourself beyond what your body or mind can handle, whether it's lifting heavy objects, keeping up with a frenzied pace, or ignoring emotional and physical exhaustion, you're setting yourself up for serious harm. It's important to accept that your body and mind are not the same as they were when you were younger. And that's perfectly okay. Age comes with inevitable changes, and recognizing these changes is a form of self-care. It doesn't mean giving up or losing your strength. It simply means adapting to a new phase of life. Time moves forward for everyone, and resisting that fact is one of the most detrimental things you can do for your well-being. Consider this. How many people have you seen or heard about who push themselves too hard, only to end up suffering from avoidable injuries or chronic health issues? How often do we hear stories of people who refuse to admit they were tired, in pain, or needed help, and as a result, paid a heavy price? It happens all too frequently. In many cases, these individuals ended up in worse situations because they thought acknowledging their limits would make them appear weak or incapable. But the truth is, the greatest strength you can show is not pretending you're invincible. It's recognizing when it's time to rest, when it's okay to ask for help, and when to say, "I've done enough for now." This is not about resigning to weakness. It's about preserving your strength for the long term. Ignoring your physical and emotional limits can lead to dire consequences. And it's important to understand that pushing your body or mind to extremes, as if you're still in your prime years, can cause more harm than good. Your body is trying to tell you when it needs a break, when it needs rest, when it needs better care. But if you keep ignoring these signals, the price you'll pay could be far steeper than you anticipate. Aging isn't about surrendering to a life of inactivity. Rather, it's about adjusting and evolving with the changes that time brings. It's about honoring your body, which has carried you through so many years of experience and growth, and giving it the care and respect it deserves. Wisdom comes from knowing your limits, not pretending they don't exist. By recognizing your boundaries, both physical and emotional, you are not only protecting yourself, but also setting yourself up for a healthier, more balanced life. There is no shame in saying, "I need to take it easy," or "I can't do this by myself." These are signs of wisdom, maturity, and self-respect. They are the marks of someone who understands that self-care is essential to maintaining a healthy and fulfilling life. By recognizing when it's time to slow down, you give yourself the gift of preserving your energy and enjoying the activities and relationships that truly matter to you. It's important to let go of the unrealistic expectation that you should still be the person you were 20 or 30 years ago. Instead, embrace who you are today, someone with a wealth of experience, knowledge, and resilience that has been accumulated over the years. You've earned the right to live life at your own pace, to care for yourself, and to savor the moments without constantly pushing yourself beyond your limits. Let go of the fear that acknowledging your limits makes you weak. In fact, it is the exact opposite. Knowing your boundaries is a powerful form of strength. You are not losing anything by admitting your limitations. Rather, you are gaining the freedom to live more fully and healthfully. So take a deep breath. Allow yourself the space to rest. And remember that your worth isn't determined by what you can physically accomplish. Your true value lies in the incredible person you've become over the years. And no amount of slowing down can ever change that. This doesn't mean you should stop engaging in the activities you love, but it does mean you need to adapt those activities to your body's current reality. Knowing and respecting your limits is not a sign of defeat, but a sign of wisdom. It takes great strength and courage to acknowledge that some things may no longer be suitable for you. And that's perfectly fine. Saying no, or acknowledging that a certain activity is no longer right for you, is not a loss. It's an act of self-care. It's a profound way to honor your body, your mind, and your emotional well-being. By respecting your boundaries, You not only prevent unnecessary injuries and complications, but also conserve your energy for the things that truly bring you joy and fulfillment. You owe it to yourself to take care of your body and soul, as they are the vessels that allow you to experience and enjoy all the wonders life still has to offer. Now, let's move to the seventh thing you must stop doing: avoiding sexual relationships because you think you've passed the age for it or that it's simply no longer for you. This is one of the biggest myths surrounding older age, and it's time to shatter it once and for all. Sexuality has no expiration date, and the idea that desire somehow fades as you get older is simply not true. Sex and intimacy can continue to be a vital part of your life at any stage, including later in life. Many people, unfortunately, neglect this part of their lives due to shame, fear, or the assumption that they no longer qualify for it. But let me tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. The fact is, when approached with a healthy mindset, sexual intimacy remains a powerful source of pleasure, emotional connection, and physical well-being at any age. Sadly, one of the major barriers preventing many older adults from embracing their sexuality is both social and internalized prejudice. Society has conditioned us to believe that sex is something exclusively reserved for the young, as though it were a privilege that diminishes or disappears with age. But this is a lie, one that robs so many people of an important, fulfilling part of life. In reality, intimacy in older age can be even more meaningful. As the years go by, physical closeness takes on a deeper value that goes beyond the act itself. It becomes about connection, touch, and emotional bonding, all of which are essential to maintaining a high quality of life. Sexual intimacy is not just about physical pleasure. It's about feeling close to someone, about sharing an experience that brings you joy, warmth, and comfort. As you age, these elements become even more precious, as they enrich both your body and spirit. Another factor that often deters older adults from maintaining a sexual relationship is the concern about performance or the natural physical changes the body undergoes with age. It's completely normal for the body to change over time, and these changes may affect how you experience physical intimacy. But let me reassure you, these changes don't mean the end of pleasure or intimacy. On the contrary, with age comes wisdom, and with wisdom comes a deeper understanding of what makes you feel good, what you want, and how you can communicate those desires with a partner. Many older adults find that they can explore their sexuality with more freedom and less pressure as they age. The unrealistic expectations of youth about performance, appearances, and doing it right begin to fall away. What remains is a more relaxed, comfortable approach to intimacy that allows for deeper satisfaction. It's no longer about impressing anyone or living up to someone else's standards. It's about enjoying the experience, about being present in the moment with your partner, and about sharing an act of love, trust, and connection. The key is to adapt to the new realities of your body and find what works for you. Perhaps things don't work exactly the way they did when you were younger, but that doesn't mean you can't still enjoy a rich, satisfying sexual life. It's about exploring new ways to maintain intimacy, about letting go of the old standards and finding what makes you feel good now, whether that's through more communication with your partner, trying different methods of connection, or simply embracing the emotional side of intimacy. The possibilities are endless. The most important thing to remember is that your sexuality is yours. It's not something that disappears with age. It is, and always will be, a part of who you are, and no matter how old you are, you deserve to experience love, pleasure, and connection. There's no right age for intimacy, and there's certainly no age limit on desire. So stop believing the myth that you've aged out of this part of life. Embrace your sexuality with the same wisdom and confidence that comes with age, and you'll find that it can continue to bring joy, fulfillment, and meaning to your life, no matter what stage you're in. Additionally, the benefits of sex in older age go far beyond the immediate pleasure it provides. Research consistently shows that maintaining an active sexual life can greatly enhance your overall health and well-being. It's not just about the emotional connection. The physical act of sex has tangible, long-lasting benefits for your body and mind. For instance, studies indicate that regular sexual activity can improve mental health, strengthen the immune system, and even reduce the risk of heart disease. How amazing is that? By simply engaging in intimacy, you're giving your body a boost in resilience and vitality. During sex, your body releases a wonderful cocktail of hormones like endorphins and oxytocin, commonly known as the feel-good hormones. These chemicals play a significant role in lifting your mood, relieving stress, and contributing to an overall sense of well-being. Oxytocin, in particular, is often referred to as the love hormone, as it fosters feelings of closeness and bonding with your partner. This means that by avoiding sex, you might be missing out on one of your greatest natural allies for maintaining your physical and emotional health. The relaxation and happiness that follows sexual intimacy can ripple throughout your day-to-day life, leaving you with more energy and a more positive outlook. But it's crucial to remember that there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to your sexuality, especially in older age. Each person's journey is unique, and there is no universal rule about what your sexual life should look like as you grow older. The most important thing is that you feel comfortable and satisfied with your choices. If sexual desire is still a part of your life, and for many people, it very much is, don't let age or societal prejudice convince you otherwise. You have every right to explore and enjoy this part of your life just as much now as you did when you were younger. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. If you feel unsure or hesitant, take the time to seek out information, have open conversations with your partner, and, if necessary, consult with a healthcare professional. There are many resources and options available to help you navigate the physical changes that may come with age, while still maintaining a satisfying and active sexual life. Remember, this is a vital part of who you are, and it should continue to be a source of joy, comfort, and satisfaction. No matter your age, life doesn't stop, and the pleasures of life, whether emotional, intellectual, or physical, don't have to stop either. As we've now reached the end of this discussion, it's important to reflect on the habits we've talked about. These are habits that, for years, may have seemed harmless or perhaps even necessary, but in your advanced age, they can become obstacles to a full and happy life. The truth is, this stage of life is not about slowing down or giving up. It's about embracing a new kind of freedom, a new phase filled with opportunities to live richly and wisely. By stopping these 7 things right now, you can begin the journey of taking back control of your life. You can rediscover the power of living with intention, making choices that prioritize your happiness, well-being, and autonomy. Aging is not the end. It's a new chapter, a time to be lived with wisdom, self-care, and, above all, pleasure. Whether it's the joy of a deep conversation, the satisfaction of learning something new, or the comfort of intimacy, this stage of life holds immense potential for fulfillment. So embrace it. Take these lessons to heart and let this time in your life be as full, joyful, and rich as you deserve. As we come to the end of this video, I hope you found value in the insights we shared about how to embrace life more fully as you age. These 7 habits, if left unchecked, can hold you back from living a truly joyful and fulfilling life. Now it's time to take what you've learned and apply it to your journey. What has resonated with you the most? Take a moment to reflect. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll start putting into practice? We'd love to hear from you, so please share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, it's never too late to reclaim your happiness and live with more purpose, wisdom, and pleasure. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content that helps you live your best life. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.